Once again, welcome back to Champaign. Glad to have you on board. Tell you what, an exciting championship Saturday here in the IHSA basketball ranks, and there's a big crowd on hand here, as you might expect, at the State Farm Center. If you're on the way, come on. Glad to have you on board. It should be an exciting day. Again, we've got Class 2A coming up, Class 3A, and Class 4A. Just concluded Class 1A. Big win by Yorkville Christian, getting the job done over the Eagles of Liberty High. Great season displayed by both teams, culminating in a state championship for Yorkville. And, of course, Class 2A coming up. We'll have Monticello, the Sages, back on the hardwood, taking on Nashville. They check in at 29-4. Both teams will be ready to go. The Monticello Sages, of course, check in at 33-3. Head coach Kevin Roy will have his squad ready to go. No doubt about that. Again, more exciting Championship Saturday basketball is on the way here from Champaign in just a few moments.
It's the IHSA Boys Basketball Championships presented by OSF Healthcare. It is time for 2A Championship basketball, and it matches the Sages from Monticello and the Nashville Hornets. Two teams combining for 62 wins. Glad to have you with us, everybody. I'm Dave Bernhardt, along with my Hall of Fame partner, Mark Lindo. And right off the top, Mark, I want to make something very clear. This game is not going to be played in the 70s. That's just not how these two teams do it.
You are absolutely correct. Both these teams have reached a championship game by hanging their hats on defense. They will have long possessions offensively. They'll pass up good shots for great shots to try to win a title here this afternoon.
Tip-off moments away. Let's get things rolling here. Your 2A title game. Nashville, Monticello coming up next. Let's go to our public address announcer, Greg Gardner, and get this one started.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention for today's player introductions and starting lineups presented by OSF Healthcare. And now, let's meet the starting lineup for the Hornets of Nashville Community High School. At guard, the 6'3" junior wearing number 5, Carter Shadehair. At guard, the 5'11" senior wearing number 10, Nolan Hegemeyer. At forward, the 6'7" senior wearing number 22, Sexton Hecker. At forward, the 6'5" senior wearing number 32, Colton Gajewski. And at guard, the 6'3" senior wearing number 34, Isaac Turner. The head coach of the Hornets is Patrick Weathers. And now, let's meet the starters for the Sages of Monticello High School. At guard, the 5'9" senior wearing number 5, Ben Crescent. At guard, the 5'9" senior wearing number 12, Trevor Fox. At guard, the 6' senior wearing number 13, Dylan senior, wearing number 23, Tanner Penny Kemper. And at forward, the 6'2 senior, wearing number 32, Joey Sprinkle. The head coach of the Sages is Kevin Roy.
Here's our Illinois Corn Growers Association starting lineups. You heard in the introductions the height advantage for Nashville. Colton Gajewski at 6'5", Saxton Hepker at 6'7". On the other side, Tanner Benekemper, Joey Sprinkle, they top it out at 6'2". Our officials for this ball game, congratulations to Carl Repking, Nitin Rao, and Tom Conklin. Donnie Tillman working his sidelines. Let's go to him right now.
All right, hey guys, some last-minute words of encouragement from both coaches for Monticello. Do what we do, one possession at a time, clean up the boards, and take care of the ball. As far as Nashville goes, well, one more. Clear and simple. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Donnie. Nashville got here by virtue of a 31-24 double overtime win over DePaul. Monticello 54-38 winners over Rockridge. They play for the 2A state title.
Well, these teams are going to get after each other early on the defensive end, and we'll get a really good sense the first 2 or 3 possessions on each side, how they're going to try to pace it offensively.
Big crowd here at the State Farm Center. And it will be Nashville first. Nashville in that overtime victory did not lead until the second overtime. Right from the top, a 3 falls out of there for Isaac Turner. The putback from Colton Gajewski.
Gajewski hanging around the glass on that long 20-foot shot. The ball hit the rim a couple times, came off softly. He's there for the first bucket of the day, second chance points.
Nashville won a state championship, their only basketball state championship in 1978. That's when it was Class A. This is the first appearance ever in a championship game for Monticello. Trevor Fox to the corner. Ginelek, and back up top it comes to Benekemper.
Sages running side, top side till they get a good look. And they're getting an opportunity for 3. But Steve, very, very patient to take the ball from side to top to side, moving the defense of the Hornets.
Kevin Roy in his 16th season, 311 victories, and a 4th place finish in 2017.
9 regional titles, so he has built a winning culture, community culture, if you will.
Dylan Ginelek, 6 foot, 175-pound senior. He had 10 points in that overtime victory. That was on Thursday. On the other side, it's his first year as a head coach. He has been on that Nashville bench as a player and as assistant coach, Patrick Weathers, to the state championship game. The first year he has led this program.
He's sitting there calmly on that bench. I guarantee you most of the 98% of the ball game, he'll be on his feet. There he is, back up where he belongs.
That sport coat's going to come off at some point as well. Carter Shane here. 6'3", 3-inch height advantage over the man guarding him, Ginelek. Isaac Turner, all-stater.
Nashville spread out offensively, trying to create some driving lanes.
Saxton Hepker is going to let it fly. Another offensive rebound. Taken out of there. Carter Shane here had an opportunity, couldn't capitalize.
Every possession for both clubs is going to be oh so important today. If either team got 6 or 8 point separation, it's going to be difficult to catch either team here today.
Benekemper will roll in a 3. 6'2", 180-pound senior. Big crowd here today. Nashville and Monticello are filling this place. Gajewski, he goes strong, and it'll be a blocking foul.
Great recognition by Gajewski. Got the ball at the top, saw the seam, took it deep, gets himself to the free throw line.
Menards, save big money on all your home improvement needs. Tanner Benny-Kemper with that personal foul. Colton Gajewski to the free throw line. 50% free throw shooter on the season. He had 7 points and 8 rebounds in the semifinals. We've already seen Nashville crash the offensive boards. They out-rebounded DePaul College Prep 31-23 in the semis. 1 point difference early.
Good ball moving again. They want to get a short corner touch or a post on the inside, but look at how patient they'll be getting that.
Putting the ball to the deck. The little floater will come out of there. That was Benny-Kemper again.
Well, he is all over the glass.
Isaac Turner to Hepker. Nashville 29-4 on the season. Final state ranking was 5th. Off the iron for Nolan Hagemeyer. 3 minutes into this one. Monticello 33-3. Sages ranked 6th in the last poll.
Nashville put pressure on the ball. You'll see all the other blue shirts sagging off into the lane, protecting that orange war zone that I call it on the inside. Good screen there. Can he create?
Everything runs through number 5 for Monticello. That is Ben Cressup. He has it now. Opening. And a foul as Dylan Gittelick took it to the rock.
Gittelick, really good cut. He saw his teammate Cressup with the basketball, cut to the bucket, and drew the foul.
Shanehair just picked up his second foul. Carter Shanehair, the 6'3" guard for Nashville. And with 4:20 to play in the first quarter, Nashville will make its first substitution of this tournament. Every one of the starters for Nashville went the entire 40 minutes in that double overtime win.
Yeah, they played to exhaustion, and no doubt the Hornets hang their head on defense. They've held the opponents in the tournament to 33, 26, 30, 45, 18, and then that game the other day. So only 30 points a game they give up on the defensive end.
10 times this season they've held teams under 30, 21 times under 40 points in a game. Halfway through the first. It was Lucas Knepp that came into the game, replacing Shanehair. Trouble on the inside. 7-4 early on, your 2A title game. Here's our Illinois State University keys to the game. First of all, for the Monticello Sages.
Yes, they need to be balanced. 4 double-figure scores in the semifinals. All 5 of their starters score between 7 and 15 points. That's when they're effective. Pack the paint. The pack line defense is designed to keep opponents out of the paint. They want to force Nashville to shoot over the top. And let's take a look at Ben Cressup, this crafty and cool point guard. 12.6 assists in the semis.
Let's flip it on the other side. Illinois State University keys to the game for Nashville.
Yeah, what you have there is Turner threes. He's an all-stater in his own right. Shoots 40% from three-point. He's got to be good today, 35. Hornets keep them under 35 like they have been. They'll be good. And then Sexton Hepker, the guy we're going to look for, coming off a double-double of 13 points and 10 rebounds. He's their go-to guy here this afternoon.
Monticello the ball, the three-point lead. They've only taken 2 shots from the field. They've been to the free throw line a few times. Speaking of shots from the field, in that semifinal victory, Monticello shot 68%. That is a record for 4-class basketball in Illinois in the state finals.
17 out of 25. That's right. They only attempted 25 shots. You see the way they run their offense here, spread way out. Patient, patient, and more patient.
Joey Sprinkle gets his first touch. Sprinkle, what a game he had in semifinals. 17 points, 7 of 7 from the field.
That tied his season high of 17 points. You can't be more efficient than 7 out of 7. He was very active. They found him down low quite often.
Monticello has had this ball for 1 minute on this possession. Benny-Kemper on the floor to the glass. The Sages will keep it. Tough going for Benny Camper. Falls out of there for Sprinkle. Nashville survives. Now the Hornets will look to cut into this three-point lead.
Hagemeyer has the basketball like he does quite often. He's the one that controls things for his ball club. Very heady point guard. The steadying influence.
Traveling call will give the ball back to Monticello. Nashville with their second turnover of this first quarter. We've gone over 2 minutes without a point. We're at the 2-minute mark of the first quarter. Your 2A championship from the University of Illinois State Farm Center, played on Lou Henson Court.
And yes, shooting percentages are going to be important, but turnover is going to be critical today. Who takes better care of the basketball? Who makes the best decisions? And who can lull the opponent to sleep when they just relax for 1 second, get that cut to the basket?
Well, that's been one of the things that's been so successful to these two teams, because they do not take a pass off.
No, that's why when you hang your hat on defense, but for 1 second, if you relax, that's when the offense will strike.
Benny Camper, very aggressive, rejected by Saxton Hefner. Sprinkle. And there's Hepker. Monticello's missed his last 6 shots from the field after shooting 68% 2 days ago.
Yeah, Sprinkle missed his first shot of the tournament right there. A little baby jump shot on the baseline. Good ball handoff, no rotation, and he gets the bucket.
Isaac Turner high off the glass.
Averages 15.5 a game, has 56 threes. We mentioned he has to hit a couple, 2 or 3 threes today for his team to win a title.
Crescent got it in deep. Was not touched by Nashville. The first turnover for Monticello comes with 40 seconds to play in the first quarter.
See if Nashville goes last shot here, trailing by 1.
Carter Shanehair was at the scorer's table. He was brought back to the bench, and now he's run back to the table. So Shanehair with his second foul will come here in on the offensive end, replacing Lucas Knepp. So that pretty much an indication Nashville's going to hang for that last shot. Shanehair will run the show, gets it in the backcourt.
Look for 22 Hepker or 34 Turner to be involved in this last shot situation for a blue Nashville ball club.
Shanehair hounded up top. Tristan Thorne had just checked into the game for Monticello. And it will be no last shot for Nashville. Monticello will get an opportunity.
Hepker caught that ball in the high post. He tried to spin to his right shoulder down the left lane, but he didn't gather the ball in maintained possession. Monticello's going to have time.
This is Crescent. Ben Crescent will get it to Ginelak. He'll have to force it up, and well short. Right where we thought we would be. A 1-point game, a low-scoring game. It's the Class 2A Boys Championship ball game. Back to begin the second quarter here at the State Farm Center. The 2A state championships. Neither team really shot very well. In fact, combined, they went 3 for 14 from the field in that first quarter. Dave Bernhardt along with Mark Lindo, Donnie Tillman on the side.
Multiple touches once again. You know, this Monticello program has won over 1,700 games. They got that in February, so the success they've had has perpetuated itself. Great history in their program through the years.
A short trip for their fans just outside of Champaign.
Shortest trip they had. Regional was an hour and a half, and sectional was an hour and 15, and now they get to state. It's only, what, 15, 20 minutes.
Well, the players as young kids would always come to the University of Illinois football and basketball games, so this is nothing. A minute has gone off the clock here in the second quarter. Nashville with their 6 points in the first quarter. That exceeded their total from the semifinal first quarter when they had just 1 free throw. A 1-point game.
Movement through the lane, not a lot of screening, just mostly cutting is what they hang their head on offensively.
A lot of traffic inside. They'll get it back out to Fox. Sprinkle back to Cressup. Then Cressup averages over 15 a game.
He's got to either come off a screen and get the next jump shot or find a seam to the basket on a shot fake and take.
He has a tough matchup. Defensively, he has the 6'3" Isaac Turner on him.
See Cressup trying to make a play there, but just couldn't find a seam. 2 minutes. How about that? 2 minutes of ball control.
See number 24 in the game. Here's Cressup for three. Everything but the bottom of the net.
Yeah, we felt he needed to do that. It just is amazing to me when they decide, you know, mentally, we've used 2 minutes. Now we take a 22-footer.
Tristan Foran for Monticello saw some action late in the first quarter. He begins the second quarter. Nashville with it, down by 1.
Two teams combined 1 out of 6 from three-point range right now.
Baseline was open, and Shane Hare found it.
He found that ball in the wing, squared up, and took it. Defensive breakdown, and he took advantage of it.
An opening for Fox was quickly closed off by Hepker. Now from the left corner. Sprinkle strong off the boards. Oh, 4 players down on the floor. And down the longest is Nolan Hagemeyer for Nashville.
Looks like he's got some blood on his nose. He took quite the tumble.
Tristan Foran leaves, favoring his right side.
And the first hit to the nose did not come from the floor at all. It came from his own teammate. Isaac Turner got him right in the nose. He gets a nice hand from the crowd, but he's going to have to come out, stop the bleeding, and be attended to.
So in that little battle, each team loses a man. Lucas Knepp into the game for Nashville, replacing Hagemeyer. The net result, Trevor Fox picked up the personal foul for Monticello.
So Nashville has won this quarter thus far, 2-0.
2-0, yeah.
They're pitching a shutout. I still believe it's going to be critical for Nashville. I really believe that you're going to have some jump shooting from Isaac Turner. They're all-stater who's got 56. He is going to have to loosen up that defense. If he steps out and hits some jump shots, he'll extend the defense somewhat.
This portion of the IHSA Boys Basketball State Finals is brought to you by, interestingly enough, OSF Healthcare. When life gets hectic, you need healthcare. Well, that's easy. Visit osfoncall.org/urgent care.
So they're giving this injury timeout to wipe up the floor, clean up the blood.
We appreciate the tremendous involvement from OSF Healthcare throughout these 2 weekends of girls and boys state basketball championships.
You know, they love their hoops in Nashville. Well, they love all their sports. The football team very successful, and the entire coaching staff for Patrick Weathers is either his father or a graduate of Nashville. So the nice thing about home, about the smaller communities, they come back home and they stay home. Good picture of Coach Weathers there. He is a math teacher in that district. He went from Nashville to McHenry to play, and then he had some knee surgeries. And what do you do when you can't play? You coach.
You mentioned football. This was a Nashville team that finished second in the state in Class 2A football. 9 members of this basketball team was on that runner-up team, and it resulted in a couple of losses in the first 4 games in a Thanksgiving tournament. They only lost twice since then, and those 2 losses came on back-to-back days in January. Poked away momentarily. Hepker looked at a shot, passed it up to Turner. Hepker, or make that Gajewski, it wasn't intended for him. He makes the catch, a great one indeed, the quarterback for that football team, and he'll lay it in for the 10-7 lead.
Great catch, great finish, and you're right, he jogged down the floor with a smile on his face.
Four points scored in this quarter all belong to Nashville, results in the 10-7 lead. Coming up on the midway point.
Kevin Roy said anytime they're within 2 or 3 possessions, they'll stay with their game plan. Not until it gets any more separation than that will they deviate from that game plan.
Soft rim for Dylan Ginnelich. He has 6 of his team's 9 points.
Ginnelich, a 4.0 student. He's a facilitator. He's got great basketball IQ. Had good recognition there. Ginnelich, an all-state soccer player, where his team won a regional as well.
Saxton Hepker has been kept off the scoreboard. He hasn't now. He runs into a couple of Sages.
Really good double team by Monticello, not letting Hepker, who can score the basketball, have any room in the neutral zone to score.
Shane here looking to pick his spot. That's a tough one right there. Carter Shane here forced that one up and gives Monticello a chance for the lead.
Really good rotation by Trevor Fox to stop that penetration to the basket. Good team basketball there defensively.
Monticello just 2 of 12 from the floor in the first half.
They're down a point.
A lot of traffic there. They'll probably sneak a bounce pass through. We'll head to our timeout. Straight up, 3 minutes to play in the first half and a 1-point game. Here's the road for Monticello to get to Champaign. That second game, it was a regional championship against Prairie Central. A 4-point win. That was in overtime. A very impressive performance in the super sectional against Bloomington Central Catholic. And of course, we said yesterday the 54-38 win, we should say Thursday, over Rockridge, a ball game that Monticello never trailed. Made 68% of its shots. And again, so far in the first half, Sages just 2 of 12. For Nashville, they had a road as well. They had an overtime game they had to get through. It was Breeze Central in the sectional championship in overtime by a couple of points. A defensive clinic put on against Teutopolis. And then quite the interesting game in the semifinals. A double overtime win over DePaul College Prep, 31-24. That ball game was 21-21 at the end of regulation, 22-22 at the end of the first overtime.
It had excitement, but not a whole lot of scoring, but they dictated tempo there. You went through their road. How about Colton Gajewski had a tip in a rebound back to Sexton Hepler to create that overtime win, and the rest, they say, is history.
Hepker scoreless today. In fact, only 1 shot attempt for the second team All-Stater from Nashville.
Averages 15.5. So to be that quiet, there's a guy that I think needs to get going.
We got a good screen up top, and Isaac Turner couldn't knock it down.
I'm glad that he took that shot with authority. Mentally, he buries one more, he'll bury 2 or 3.
Pressup unable to turn the corner. Ginnelich quickly doubled up. Loading up, opening it up is Trevor Fox. And nothing going down for Monticello. 1 of 6 in this quarter, 2 of 14 for the game. And there is Nolan Hegemeyer back with a little bit extra uniform in his nose. Had that bloody nose earlier from the tie-up.
Nashville +3 rebound against Monticello right now. And Gajewski, who's on the inside position there, has 3 of them. He is a horse on the inside for his ball club. He's got to own the glass.
Some confetti falling from the ceiling here at the State Farm Center. I actually saw it come down. I was going to run out and get it, but I thought that I may be a problem out there.
State championship Saturday at the State Farm Center.
Returning here for the first time since 1995 when it was called the Assembly Hall.
At state tournaments, Old Huff Gym, the Assembly Hall, and Carver Arena in Peoria, and back to the State Farm Center.
Hepker with the whistle. And that will go against, I believe that's going to go against Gajewski inside.
His first team free.
These two teams have never met on the basketball floor at any time, not just this season, but at any time.
That's pretty remarkable with the long history of these two programs. Attacking and hanging and banking is Dylan Ginelak. And with that, Monticello goes back on top.
Now that was an assertive move to the basket. He caught the ball, used his left shoulder to impede the defense against him, got that ball up on the glass, and that was attack mode right there.
That's our third lead change here, and that's a lot in a 21-point game. 21 combined points. Turner has to give it up. Hepker is right into the hands of Fox. Hagemeyer with the foul in midcourt.
So if you're Monticello, obviously you're going to try to get last shot up by one. And this will play through Crescent. He might not get the finish, but he's got to make the play. You'll see him attack with about 11 or 12 seconds to go. With the yo-yo dribble out in front right now. See if they set a ball screen and try to let him utilize that, get the ball deeper, kick it out for a three.
With 8 seconds, with 7, Benny Camper. Nashville, full court heave coming up. And just as we had at the end of the first quarter, we have a 1-point game as we go to the half. Only 4 points scored each in that second quarter. 11-10 Monticello. Nashville, who held the lead after taking it early, went almost 5 minutes without scoring to close out this second quarter. State championship in 1978 for Nashville. The last time that Monticello was here, picked up a 4th place trophy. Let's go to Donnie Tillman.
All right, thank you guys. Coach, I'm sure you probably wish your team would knock down a few more shots to increase that lead.
Yeah, you know, we've had some good looks, come up short. We're executing, looking for great shots. We've had some. Can't get the ones on the side to go down. Really, I like our defense. We've been swarming, protecting the paint really well. They've got a couple of good drives to the basket. We've got to make sure we take that away in the second half.
What do you talk to them about during halftime?
Keep getting aggressive. We got to look to attack the rim a little bit more aggressively, finding our rotations, and we just got to relax and play basketball, knock down some shots.
All right, Coach, go ahead.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Back to you.
So it is Monticello after shooting 68% in the semifinal, just 3 of 16 in the first half. Yet the Sages lead it 11-10 halftime. Your 2A title game.
And once again, welcome back to Champaign. We are in halftime of the Class 2A Boys State Basketball Championship. Nashville trailing Monticello 11-10 at the halftime break. Yeah, very methodical, very patient offense on both teams displaying on that first half today. And as we expected, an 11-10 game. Defense is going to be a premium. Of course, you want to reduce turnovers in a game like this. And Monticello right now, the Sages with a 1-point lead. And Dylan Ginelak really is the guy you have to watch out for their squad. 8 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 6-foot guard. Playing well so far right now, but Colton Gajewski playing well for Nashville. 6 points and 3 rebounds. Both guys will be watched very closely by the opposing defenses during that second half because they're fueling the offense for both of their clubs. Right now, again, we're at halftime. 1-point lead for Monticello, 11-10. Will it continue at this pace? Well, that's a question the coaches are probably going over right now in the halftime locker room for both teams. We'll be back with more. Take a look at the numbers when we come back. And once again, welcome back to the State Farm Center. I'm Tony Cornish Jr. Glad to have you with us at halftime of the boys Class 2A State Championship game. Monticello leading Nashville 11-10 at the halftime break. Let's take a look at our LIUNA halftime stats for that first half. You see field goals, 4 of 11. Nashville shooting 36%. Monticello 3 of 16 shooting from the field. 19% for them. They'll look to improve that number in a big way. 100% from the line for Nashville, 2 of 2, and 80% shooting 4 of 5 for Monticello. 3-point field goals, well, 14%. 1 of 7 for Monticello, not too good, but in a game like this, they'll take that. 0-4 shooting from 3-point land for Nashville. They want to improve that number in a big way, I'm sure, in the second half. Rebounding, slight edge goes to Nashville, 12-8. Points off turnover, well, in a game like this, Nashville was not able to capitalize off that turnovers, but Monticello did get 2 points from turnovers in the first half. Again, we're at the break. Monticello leading 11-10 over Nashville in this Class 2A state title game. We'll have more from the State Farm Center coming up after this.
It's the IHSA Boys Basketball Championships presented by OSF Healthcare. We're coming to you from the State Farm Center in the campus of the University of Illinois. 11-10, that's our halftime score. Monticello on top of Nashville. Let's check in with Donnie Tillman.
Coach, what did you tell your team during halftime?
We just got to play our game. We forced some stuff there. Had, I think, 4 or 5 turnovers, kind of uncharacteristic. Just sit down. We got to value every possession offensively and keep getting stops. I can't be disappointed with 11 points given up in the first half. We got to create some opportunities for us offensively.
You told your team not to fall asleep in the first half. I'm sure you're hoping they will wake up in the second half.
Absolutely. We got to stay focused on the very, very long possessions on the defensive end, and I think we'll be okay.
All right, Coach. Good luck in the second half. Appreciate it.
Patrick Weathers talking about turnovers. Turned it over 5 times. Nashville only 4, and Mark, that leads to one of your keys to the game in terms of offensive putbacks.
Well, yeah, Hepker goes 6'7", Gajewski goes 6'5", Turner's 6'3", so they have a size advantage on the inside. They have 2 second chance points in the first half because there were only 11 shots attempted. They get the ball up on the goal more often. I think they can own the offensive glass with that size and athleticism they possess. So we'll see if either team adjusts to try to create a little bit more tempo. To be honest with you, I don't think they will unless we get separation of at least 3 possessions.
Well, that's what I was just going to say. Hearing from both coaches, Kevin Roy and Patrick Weathers, yeah, they might like to pick up the offensive pace just a bit, but they're quite satisfied to continue playing their game, and this is what they knew was going to happen, whether it's going to be 11-10 or 31-30, which it was not going to happen in a half. But they knew they were just going to stay with what they've done all year long.
Well, again, it doesn't matter, by the way, if it's 80-79 or if it is 11-10. All coaches want to do what? Is be in position the last 3 minutes of a ball game to win it, and both these teams are right now.
Here's someone that Nashville fans would like to get on track. That was Isaac Turner. He has just 1 field goal. Saxon Hepker is scoreless for the Hornets.
And I like the fact they used the ball screen and tried to create a play right away to get that shot. But then you got to finish.
It's only the 2nd turnover for Monticello. Here's Nolan Hagemeyer. Leading scorer for Nashville is Colton Gajewski. He has 6. The other side, Dylan Ginelek for Monticello with 8.
Nashville 0-4 from 3, 0-5. And that's why Monticello is going to continue to pack it in. Beat me from downtown is the challenge right now that Monticello is giving to the Nashville Hornets.
Ginelek of his 8 points, 4 of them have come from the free throw line. Sprinkle the screen on top. Talk about scoring or lack thereof individually. Ben Cressup for Monticello averaging 15 a game. Scoreless here today. In fact, he's only taken 1 shot. That's a 3-pointer. Nashville has denied that 3-point prowess. That's a free ball. This is Isaac Turner. Turner will roll it in. So off the defensive side, Turner gives Nashville the lead.
He got Ginelek on his back and took that ball coast to coast.
Benny Camper will not go. 7 straight threes missed by Monticello. The ball in a 1-point lead for Nashville. Hepker fights his way to the basket, and he'll walk his way to the line.
So Nashville is being a little bit more aggressive in their offense right now, taking the ball to the basket on 3 different occasions here, including the first possession of the half on the ball screen, and then that drive to the basket right there by a guy they got to get going, Saxton Hepker.
You can see with his moves that has some guard skills. That's because Hepker came into high school 5 feet 9 inches tall. He is going to exit the building at 6'7". Misses 2.
It's all tournament at Westland, at Mater Dei, and their own Nashville tournament. So he's been a premier player at each and every one of his opponent ball clubs.
Strong to the basket, taking a big hit is Trevor Fox. Well, that's one thing we heard Kevin Royce said. They wanted to take it hard with more frequency, and Fox goes down hard. Boy, we've had some big-time contact here today.
Fox with a hard cut to the goal. He's a glue guy, does the little things for them. He's a standout for them and a standout student as well, more importantly.
Fox 62% from the line.
So we had 13 in the super sectional, 12 in the semifinal. So he was a scoring threat for them down the stretch here to get his team, help get his team to the title game.
The second of two results in a 12-12 tie. 2 minutes in to the third quarter. We already have had one state champion crowned today. Yorkville Christian defeating Liberty 54-41. Open. Down it goes for Carter Shanehair. First three for Nashville, and that's the margin in this game.
Shanehair's 12th of the year. He shot that one with authority, never a doubt, with his 1-2 step squared up. Got down.
Would not go for Ginnilik. Now here comes Turner. Had his pocket picked by Cressup. Ginnilik to Cressup. What a pass! And a blocking foul inside will send Ben Cressup to the line.
Oh, they're showing a little bit of run the basketball, huh? In the open floor. Nice pass with the left hand, I believe I saw on this run out. There's the entry pass. And oh, it's a one-handed, right-handed pass. And Cressup gets himself to the line where he's got to get going.
82% from the line this year. He'll get the second.
They need Cressup to step up and score about 6-7 more points in the remainder of this ballgame. He's got to hit a couple key shots for them.
Cressup will pick up that personal foul.
Turner for Nashville being much more assertive in this third quarter, and they need him to be just that.
High post Hepker to Turner. Tracked down by Gajewski.
See, and that's what they can do. They can come up with, you know, the 50-50 balls. The ball's up on the glass. They got to get it up on the glass.
Fourth offensive rebound for Nashville. That matches Monticello's offensive rebound total. Inside, outside. Nothing there for Hagemeyer.
Ball went to the short corner, went back outside, distorts the defense. They couldn't find that seam, so they go back and try to do it again. If you look opposite, you'll get a shot.
Gajewski off the glass. The lefty gives his team a 4-point lead. That's our biggest margin of the day.
Had himself posted up mid-post, so he had a really good angle at the goal.
Speaking of lefties, Ben Cressup hits a three.
And that's exactly what Cressup has to do. Be more assertive, be the leader, be the 15-point scorer he is. And when he picks it up, the rest of his ball club will pick it up. See the battle of the two would-be stars right there.
Hepker turns into a pair of white jerseys. And Shanehair had his foot on the half-court stripe. Pace has picked up somewhat here in the first 4 minutes. The crowd looking for a possible state champion for their side. If you're Monticello, you like the looks of Cressup. A 1-point game as we go to break. Welcome back to Championship Saturday. We crowned 4 state champions, 1 already in the books, Yorkville Christian in 1A. Illinois State University's recent grads earned $12,000 more than the national average. Create your legacy at Illinois State.
Well, the action's picked up just a bit, and we have had a chance to see some athletic plays in this quarter. You know what? As much as we've sung the praises of both teams' defense, it looks like these young men like to go ahead and make plays and utilize their skills. Like him right there. He's asserting himself big time.
All of a sudden, Ben Cressup has found himself.
Where you been, young man? We know you can do that. Now you're going out and making some plays.
That basket by Cressup, the first time the Sages from Monticello have had back-to-back field goals. And there on the other side is Isaac Turner.
So the two guys that we've been talking about, they got it going right now.
We flip-flop the lead. Ginnilet. A little bit of contact. It's offensive foul. That's a big one. Shane Hare would have been his third personal foul.
Shane Hare was right there with him, but he got that left shoulder out, that left forearm, and drew that foul.
Nashville the ball, the 1-point lead. A possession-by-possession game.
Turner on the bounce. You got to give it up and then go get screened for. Somebody's got to free him to make a play. Now he wants it back himself.
Hepker was sprinkle on him. Gajewski.
There they go. That's how they want to get it done to Turner. There you go.
One dribble out of a double team, but he couldn't get it to go.
The good news is Nashville very cognizant of getting the ball into the post to their all-stater.
A little bit short in the three from Tanner Bennicamper.
Bennicamper 1 out of 7 on the day. Struggled just a bit, but he looked to shoot that basketball like he was confident, which you need to be if you're a scorer.
Shane Hare will take it back up top. 6'3" point guard will hand it off to Isaac Turner.
He's 6'3", guarded by Cressup at 5'9". Put him in the post if you're Nashville. Recognize your matchup opportunity.
Hepker. Another chance for the Hornets. Turner. Hepker. Ripped out of his hands. Bennicamper with the steal.
Got the low block. The big fella put the ball down. Bennicamper took it right away from him.
Nashville fans were furious. That three ball will go. Dylan Ginnilet jumps his team on top by 2 at 21-19. 90 seconds to play in the third.
He had 18 in the super section. He had 10 in the semi. Coming alive. We're seeing the scoring pick up.
Nashville had a 4-point lead, and they'll take the timeout with the minute 20 to play in the third quarter.
Well, you get a free opportunity. You have a little bit of separation. He recognized that separation and just knocked it down. Ginnilet with a nice open jump shot. Takes advantage of that space given. There's not been much space given by either team in this basketball game. When you have some, you take it.
And there you see in a low-scoring game, that's a lot. 2 ties and 7 lead changes. We said the biggest lead of the day for Nashville was 4. Monticello, biggest margin they've had has been 3.
Well, we almost doubled the halftime score, almost. So we've seen some pretty nice athletic plays in this quarter. And we've also seen Nashville, even though they're trailing now by 2, we've seen them really start to assert themselves on the offensive glass. You got the big fellas up front. Let them go get it. Hepker at 6'7". Gajewski 6'5". Turner at 6'3", and a football body.
Championship Saturday here at the State Farm Center. We already crowned one champion, Yorkville Christian. After being tight early, they pulled away at the end. You see our 2A championship game and our score, and of course later today, beginning at 5:30, 3A. They'll pack this place with Sacred Heart Griffin and Metamora, and then the most anticipated game of the Illinois high school basketball season, the 4A championship. Don't miss it. Whitney Young and Glenbard West.
Watch the inside screen. They did, but decided not to come back to the basketball. Hepker had a chance to come back to the ball. Took it outside instead.
Turner leaves it short. Monticello the ball, the 2-point lead. Fox, he gets the screen from Sprinkle. Accelerates through the lane and rolls it in. Trevor Fox, his first basket of the day, gives Monticello its biggest lead at 4.
Well, he probed the defense, saw an opening, got the ball up with his left hand high off the glass. See the foul by Cressup there. his second. Once again, watch that matchup, he and Turner. But Fox at the other end. Some friendly tin. He got it up there with a nice drive, finding that seam in the defense.
Hagemeyer, a little floater. Underneath, Gajewski. 10 points for Colton Gajewski.
That can be their best offense. Get up in the glass and let the big guys go get it.
Nashville 6-0 advantage on second chance points. They turn up the pressure a little bit here with 14 seconds to play in the third quarter.
Look at the rebound there and the stick back. That's 6 for them. They had 2 at the half, so they have 4 in the third quarter. Get it up there and let them play. Let them play above the rim. Cressup should take this himself or utilize a ball screen.
And that will be a foul on Isaac Turner on the block. His second personal foul.
There it is. You can see the blocking foul right there. Tries to sell a charge. Not so fast. Although Cressup did get his right forearm out just a bit.
Cressup forces, got it! That was going to Ben Cressup all the way.
I love it because that young man, he's a leader, he's the quarterback, he's the glue, he's the one that get it done. A strong-willed, gritty young man had a third quarter. Knock it down. We got a good one going into the fourth.
And here is our Menards in-game summary.
And the one you want to look at for Nashville, 18 rebounds, 7 on the offensive end. Gajewski has 6 of those, and they can play volleyball up on the 10. Nashville's just got to get it up there more. To be perfectly honest about it, neither team shooting very well. 24 field goal attempts. Nashville 23, Monticello. So neither team has let down one bit defensively. Now the offensive skill players are starting to make some plays for each team.
After Monticello won the first half 11-10, they also won the third quarter 14-11. So the pace definitely picked up, and that pace picked up by the man with the ball right here. Ben Cressup, 3 for 3 in that quarter, all 8 of his points coming into the third.
See, and he likes to play one-on-one more than utilize a ball screen, because right now Nashville, if it's a ball screen, they're going to jump at him and double-team Cressup.
Ginelak, 11 points today. He and Cressup combining for 19 of the 25 Monticello has scored. Cressup looking to pass. And Sprinkle travel. I don't know that Joey Sprinkle was quite ready for that one.
No, you go from one end to the other. You got the Cressup-Turner matchup on one end. This end, Turner's got the matchup down low. The other end, Cressup's got the speed matchup outside. So which one will win and who will recognize where to get the ball to whom at the right time? That's what you're looking at.
Turner with it now. That ball popped free. That's the 9th turnover for Nashville. 4 of them coming here in the first 9 minutes of the second half.
Monticello, really good rotation, rotating up to the ball. You don't want to stop the ball. You don't want to let your man get to you. You want to stop the basketball.
Turner in the middle of that turnover. Monticello recovers. Hagemeyer. The offensive putback attempt, and being fouled is Colton Gajewski. He has been a beast on the offensive boards.
7 offensive rebounds, and he is incredibly active. He's tall, he's lanky, he has length, and he's active. That's the biggest key to offensive rebound, assuming the miss, playing the angle of the shot, and just flat out going to get the basketball, knowing it's yours up on the glass.
Our fourth quarter free throws presented by OSF Healthcare.
Gajewski, you mentioned the football quarterback. Nice size quarterback, huh? 6'5".
Took his team to the state title game. How about that? 9 of these players for Nashville have played in 2 state championship games in the first 2 seasons here in the IHSA calendar.
Yeah, what a thrill for those young men. They're used to pressure situations because they play multiple sports, many of them 3-sport athletes. Ball screen here.
And that's offensive foul. Turner didn't get the call last time. He gets it this time.
See,
Cressup's third.
Cressup rejects the ball screen. See, he doesn't take the screen. He goes below it. Turner beats him to the spot. Really good defensive move. See, there's a ball screen. He doesn't use it. He goes the other way. But Turner beats him to the spot.
Monticello had the ball with a 4-point lead just moments ago. But a turnover and an offensive foul. And now another foul being called, this one on Ginelek. Has put Nashville right back in it. Ginelek with his third personal foul, and now in the 1-and-1 situation for Nashville. Carter Shanehair will go there. Shanehair just 40% from the free throw line this season. Coming into this tournament, 25 of 63. He's there for a 1-and-1.
Solid block out by Benny Kemper right there. It's something you have to do on a free throw. You know that there's a propensity for a miss with a 48% shooter. He was right there on that bucket, on that rebound.
Ginelek holds on Shanehair. Ginelek into the paint. Monticello with it. Benny Camper. Strong inside position in the high board from Saxton Hepner. Hepner today scoreless. 0 for 2 from the free throw line. He's only taken 2 shots from the floor, but he's going to be shooting for a tie from the line here.
And he is a 77% free throw shooter, even though he missed the 2. And he's been at the free throw line over 160 times on this season. That means he is getting the ball deep and creating shots for himself, as well as taking the ball off the offensive glass.
And evidently that grazed the iron. And we'll play on. That last foul, by the way, was on Dylan Ginelek. That's his 4th. Ginelek with it. Had to be careful going into the paint. Box is open. Gajewski another board. Ginelek, 12 points, now 10 rebounds. But the turnover, the other way. Ginelek. The bounce. Fox got it.
Nice drop-off pass on transition. Eyes in the back of your head, so they're able to run out and get an easy bucket in transition.
The lead back to 4 for the Sages. Turner drops it down. Will not go for Hepker, but Hepker will go to the free throw line. Our Donate Life Illinois assist to the game. How about that little drop there from Ginelek?
Yeah, he knew the whole time. He knows he's got a trailer right there. Really solid assist. Execution 2-on-1 in the open floor. Deliver the dime right where your teammate can score it in transition.
The first 2 points of the day for Saxton Hepker in a 2-point game.
It all started because he ripped the defensive rebound at the other end, created the offense at his offensive end, then cashes in 2 from the charity stripe.
Foul inside. And that is against Carter Shanehair. Picked up his 3rd foul. Ginelek foul. Isaac Turner will grab his head.
Talked about Ginelek, school record 38 goals in soccer. The reason I bring that up, yeah, he wants to assert himself. He's aggressive on a soccer field. He's aggressive on a basketball court, and he's a winner. That's why he's trying to make plays down the stretch. Great out-of-bounds play.
Joey Sprinkle's first basket of the game comes at the 4:12 mark and gives his team a 4-point lead. The assist to Ginelek. Huge possession here for Nashville. Hepker, they give him the 3. The ball in a 4-point lead. Monticello will look to grind some clock here.
Basically playing a 3-guard offense. They'll pull it out even more than they are used to right now.
Ginolik dribbles out of a trap.
They're Jay on the corner. Timeout. Good. There.
Yep. That was a tough sequence right there. Oh, we're running down the wire here. 3:23 left. Monticello the ball. Up by 4 when we come back. Let's shine a light on the Illinois Corn Growers Association. Learn how Illinois runs on homegrown corn at www.watchusgrow.org.
Well, since the opening tip, and let's call it as it was an incredibly slow-paced first half. But since the opening tip, you and I have bantered about the fact that every possession counts. That's as indeed been a fact. And now with 3:23 to go, even more magnified. Every possession counts. And if anybody ever gets to a 3-possession game, they have total control of the basketball game, no matter how much time is left.
Tough angle here for Ginolik on the inbounds. Last time Monticello ran, they got an easy score. So some confusion as to whether Ginolik has 3 or 4 fouls. We will monitor that. Near turnover.
Nashville trapping more now.
Cut to the basket and back up top we come. We've hit the 3-minute mark in the 2A championship.
So if you are Monticello, you want to keep the ball mostly in the middle of the floor. If you're Nashville, you want to force the ball, fan the ball to the sideline, and trap. Right there was their opportunity.
Benny Camper to Sprinkle. Patience, patience, patience. And the score from Sprinkle and the 6-point lead with 2.5 minutes to play.
Yeah, they split the trap, got the ball to block, make a block-to-block pass for easy lay-in.
Big-time 3 from Nolan Hagenmeyer. When Nashville needed it, Hagenmeyer delivered.
Boy, he has 35 on the year, and that's the first time he really looked to his third. So, and then Turner runs the weak side of the floor and gets a steal. Nashville not going to go away.
The handoff back to Shane here. It has been confirmed. Ginolik with 4 fouls for Monticello.
Good timeout.
It comes with 1:54 to play in this one.
Good ball movement there. The rotation over, a little bit too late. The stick back, or the stick in, and then a jump shot. Nothing but net for Hagenmeyer on the outside, and his fans are loving it right now. As you see in your living room, Patrick Weathers drawing up what he wants his team to do. Next possession, calm and cool in that huddle of the Nashville Hornets, except for a little bite of the fingernails. Maybe not so cool right there by Colton Gajewski. Colton Gajewski, all you got to do, go get a rebound, my friend.
He's been effective with that. See our championship score earlier on today. Yorkville Christian knocking off Liberty. This is your 2A title. You also saw coming up 5:30. We'll go back on the air and bring you the 3A title between Sacred Heart Griffin and Metamora. And oh my, will those communities and schools come out for that one. And then people will settle in for the 4A championship. Glenbard West and Whitney Young. We have a buck 54, maybe more to play here in this one. Remember, Nashville went to double overtime in a semifinal win. Nice grab by Hagenmeyer. Turner will not go inside position. Turner. Monticello with it and off the hands of Ginolik. What an exchange.
Couple of point-blank opportunities by Nashville. Just rushed on the inside. And then Cressup just couldn't keep control for his team.
Shane here with 90 seconds left in the title game. They jump on Hagenmeyer in a hurry. Turner knocked away. He'll recover. It's been an adventure here for Nashville in the last minute. Down by 3.
Hefker gets Sprinkle on the inside. Hefker now steps out to get the basketball. See if he goes back in the post. Sit down in there.
Hagenmeyer, the floater. Right there is the man you were talking about, Colton Gajewski. A one-point game.
Gajewski, the owner of the glass.
They cross. Monticello 31, Nashville 30. Monticello the ball. Down to 40 seconds. Turner will pick up the foul in the corner. That will be his 4th personal foul. They had to foul.
Runner, nothing there, but Gajewski, he was there to clean it up and stick it back. So I said the last time out, just remind him, just go get the basketball. Go assert yourself as an athlete. Nashville calls timeout. Chasing 1, 38 seconds to go.
You know, I said they had to foul. That was the 16th foul. They had a foul to give. I don't know that they wanted it to be Turner to take that foul.
Well, if you're Monticello, obviously you want to use clock. You do not take a shot unless it's a lay-in or a free throw. If you're Nashville, you want to force double teams, preferably force the ball to the sideline or baseline where you get help and get a solid trap. With their length up front, they might be able to force a long pass and pick one away for the other end. That's what they're looking to do.
That's what's coming up. 64 wins combined. Sacred Heart, Griffin, and Metamora. Metamora upsetting Simeon yesterday on an 11-0 run to close the game. Glenbard West and Whitney Young, they'll meet for the second time. Glenbard West has not lost to an in-state school. Whitney Young playing its best basketball of the season.
You want to call that game?
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to come back here tonight for that one.
And you get to call the last 38 seconds here to crown a championship. What a thrill.
Ginelick to trigger the inbound. Sprinkle back to Ginelick. Return to Benny-Camper. And it came out of there. Hepker with 32 seconds left. Turner. Hepker to the basket. And in.
Wow, what a flurry. They have a game-clinching layup they couldn't get down. And then the other end to drive the recognition to the goal. Good step out, shot fake, get to the baseline, square your shoulders. Really solid shot. Stepping up at the right time is Hepker with the biggest shot of the game thus far.
7-0 run by Nashville will give them their first lead since they led 19-18 in the third quarter. This one, though, comes with 19.9 seconds remaining.
Wow, this game has had a very slow beginning from a scoring standpoint, but it's been close the whole way. And then action picked up a lot more in the second half, but it stayed close the whole way. And I don't know, has any team ever had a 3-possession lead bigger than 6 points? I don't think so. Everything's been 1 or 2 possessions the entire game. So every possession has mattered. Every rebound has mattered. Every turnover has mattered. It's been that kind of game.
It was 31-25 with 2 minutes and 40 seconds to play.
Yeah, 6 points. So 2-possession game, never 3.
Monticello has been stuck on that 31 since that time. Speaking of numbers, how about 21.1 seconds, length of the floor to go.
Look for 5, Cressup, look for 13, Ginelick.
Cressup with it, we're down to 15. This is going to come down to the last shot in your 2A title game. Ginelick with 9, with 8, kick out, Cressup. They have to get it up, and Cressup is blocked. And that's how it'll end. Nashville, your 2022 Class 2A state champions. What a dramatic finish. A a 7-0 run, and it ends with a block.
The fourth block of the game at basically the buzzer. We said they played through Crescent and Ginelick. They did. Those two touched the ball. Really solid coaching by Kevin Roy, getting the ball into their hands. But a huge, huge defensive play. We'll see it here because it's all about rotating up to stop the basketball. And that's how you win a state championship, with a defensive stop on a block. What a play it was to finish things off. Remember, they didn't go ahead until Hepker's bucket the other end. Here's the drive. Crescent tries to make a play, and using his length, Saxon Hepker, who made the bucket at one end, gets the block at the other end. Are you kidding me? Back-to-back huge plays by Hepker, 6'7" senior. I think he's got a memory.
Let's go to Donnie Tillman.
All right, I'm with the man himself. I'm pretty sure Coach is happy with the way you played on both ends that last few seconds.
I think so. I struggled most of the game, but I mean, I somehow found it at the very end when it mattered. But props to my guys. I mean, they got it done when I couldn't.
This game was tied back and forth. Just a couple of possessions separated you two, but in the end, you were able to find a way to win a state championship.
We got it done. I mean, it means so much to me and my teammates. I mean, I can't be any prouder.
All right, well, you go celebrate with your teammates. Coach, let me get you in here real quick. Well, you asked them to execute down the stretch and to be patient. They were able to do that for you, Coach. How exciting is it for your team to be patient and to make plays when it counted most?
I don't even know what to say, but we won ugly. We won ugly. And it doesn't matter. Naysayers want to say shot clock this, shot clock that. Come to Assembly Hall, we raise a white banner and see if anybody cares.
Now, wait a minute. You told me before the game one more. One more. You got one more.
I can't say enough about our kids and how resilient they are. They never give up. It's like pulling teeth, like it has been a lot of this year. And just got one more stop and one more rebound to get it done. I can't say enough about this community, this coaching staff. It's tremendous.
Well, it was an incredible game and an incredible championship for your team. Go celebrate with them. Congratulations, sir. There you have it, guys. Take it back.
Thank you very much, Donnie. Patrick Weathers says not the most entertaining game, maybe not for everybody, but it's a state championship for the Hornets. We'll take a break. We'll come back and give out some trophies. There's your final score. Let's go to public address announcer Greg Gardner.
Coach Michael Plunk. Assistant coach Mark Plunk. Statistician Arthur Sievers. Statistician David Wells. Bookkeeper Pete Vanderkloot. And now the players for the stages of Monticello. Number 2, Mick Wright. Number 3, Taylor Bundy. Number 4, Trey Welter. Number 5, Ben Cressip. Number 12, Trevor Fox. Number 13, Dylan Gillilik. Number 21, Thomas Schwartz. Number 22, Jack Widener. Number 23, Tanner Benny Kemper. Number 24, Tristan Foreign. Number 30, Jacob Trustner. Number 32, Joey Sprinkle. Number 44, Drew Shepard. And number 55, Will Ross. And now the administration and the players for the Nashville Hornets. Superintendent Brad Turner. Principal Mark Bicondo. Athletic Director Alicia Hagemeyer. The Certified Athletic Trainer Anthony Frederick. The Head Coach Patrick Weathers. Assistant Coach Kelly Cruiser. Assistant Coach Jason Guest. Assistant Coach Kelvin O'Rear. Assistant Coach Brad Weathers. And the manager, Isaac Blazer. And now let's meet the players for the first place Hornets of Nashville Community High School Number 4, Rylan Hammer. Number 5, Carter Shanehair. Number 10, Nolan Hagemeyer. Number 11, Carson Cook. Number 15, Aiden Hyman. Number 20, Trey Rainberg. Number 21, Raiden Schwarzkopf. Number 22, Sexton Hepker. Number 23, Connor Cameron. Number 24, Lucas Knapp. Number 32, Colton Gajewski. Number 33, Quentin Loquansto. Number 34, Isaac Turner. And number 44, Hayden Robinson. At this time, would the coach of Monticello Stages, Kevin Roy, and the members of the Stages please step forward to receive your second place trophy. And now, with head coach Patrick Weathers and the players from Nashville, please step forward to receive your first place trophy.
Congratulations to the Nashville Hornets, 32-31 winners. That's a Class 2A title. It is the second state championship in school history in basketball. 32-31, we obliterated the last scoring record for fewest points scored by two teams combined. It was 86 3 years ago, the last time we had a 2A championship game. That's when Nashville played Orr. 63 here today. And Mark, you said we couldn't get to 3 possessions. Neither team could. They didn't, and they closed out in a big way.
Well, Nashville goes ahead and wins the boards by 8. They had some stickbacks in the second half. And then Hepker, how about him down the stretch? The big bucket, the big block, and the big trophy he will raise.
More straight trophies be presented tonight. Join us at 5:30. Sacred Heart Griffin taking on Metamora, then Whitney Young and Glenbard West. Championship Saturday from the State Farm Center in Champaign. A 1-point win for Nashville. Congratulations to the Hornets. We will see you at 5:30.
Thanks for watching the 2022 IHSA Boys Basketball State Finals. This has been an IHSA Television Network production.
Bob Grimm Chevrolet and more. We have new inventory arriving every day, and you can reserve.